Hey guys, so we're gonna start today. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok at makeupwithleah_, and it's the same for my Instagram. So just stay tuned, and who knows what we're doing today. Take my Essence Soup Brown, and we're just gonna give shape of the eyebrows. Okay, so this is where we're at. It looks a little funny, but we're going to take our e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer and a little flat brush, and we're just going to cut these out. We're also going to fill them in a little bit more with some eyeshadow from the Charles Inner Artist palette. You want to keep that concealer on hand. Now we're going in with our Charles palette, and we're going to use these two shades. We're going to mix them together with this brush. Okay, so the brows are on. They're not shaped right in the front yet, but I still have to put on foundation and stuff, and I'll do that after. Our 16-hour camo concealer by e.l.f. and just a flat shader brush like so. We're just going to blend it out. So we're just going to do this side. And you don't have to use a concealer, you can use a base. I just use my concealer, and I like to use a tacky base so I don't set it. I just pat it down and go with the flow. So we're just going to use our Charles palette today. And we're probably just going to focus in on this area, the pinks and the purples. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start out using this pink shade, and we're going to use this little round brush, and we're just going to pack it on. We're just packing the pink on right in the crease, a little bit above. Just pack it on. Now we're going to take this brush. If I don't name the brush, it's because there's no name on it. This one's wore off. So we're just going to take this light shade right here, this light pink, and a mixture with the pink, and we're just going to blend. We're just taking that mixture, tapping off the excess, and we're just blending windshield wiper motions and circular, just whatever, you know, whatever you feel like will help blend, just blend. Okay, so now that that's blended, we're going to use this shade right here to add a little bit more depth, and we're going to use this same little round brush just to pack it on. So we're just going to pack this on really good, and now we're going to just blend it out with that hot pink shade with the same little brush. And we're just using those shades and blending it out. A tip to always get a good blend is to hold your brush down at the end, like so, not real tight, just hold it loosely, and that'll help you get the best blend. Okay, so now we're going to use a little bit of this black with a little teeny tiny brush. We're just going to add it in some places to really give it some depth before we cut the crease. And this is a little alder brush that came in one of those makeup kits that you get around Christmas, so I'm just placing it right in the crease. Now I'm taking a little Wet n Wild brush, blending brush, and I'm just kind of blending that black color out. There's nothing on the brush. This brush is just stained from, because this is the brush I used to blend out my black colors with, or like a color close to it, like that. Now I'm just taking the same concealer we've been using, the same flat brush, and I'm putting it on my lash line and just applying it and looking up. It's going to show you that crease right there. I go a little bit higher than my crease. You do whatever you're comfortable with, and then you just connect the lines. So I just followed the lines, took it a little bit higher. Now I'm just going to tap and pat this so that when I go to add the color over it, it'll blend. Okay, so now we're just going to pack that pink and then that dark pink on with the same little round brush. Right on the outer corner. And then dip in with that dark and just go right in. We're just going to blend. I literally use like the same 3 brushes for every eyeshadow look that I do, so. This brush came off Ipsy. I've just had it for 10 years. I'm just going to take this brush and then put our black in. Be very generous with it. Don't swirl your brush around in it, because then it might be hard to blend. Going in with this Wet n Wild brush again, and we're just going to blend this out. Okay, so now we're going to put like a silver on the lid, but let me finish this off first. Now I'm just applying Divine in the Thirsty palette by Jeffree Star, because you know we have to have some Jeffree in here. Just with a little flat brush that you get from Amazon. Now I'm just going to take this brush again and just kind of make that little line we made with the silver just some little seamless. That way it just blends right in. It looks very pretty. Okay, let's start on the face. I'm just going to apply my e.l.f. Putty Primer right on the places that I need to be poreless. And now that I have applied, I'm just going to push it in. You want to push it in, that way your pores are filled and you look poreless. If you're not doing it right, then it's not going to give you the effect that you want. Now as you can see, I have some freckles. This one's just a little bit darker, but I do have freckles. I've got these dark circles. So we're just going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in shade 125. And I'm just applying this with a dampened Morphe sponge. You guys can't tell, I love Morphe. I actually bought some stuff off of their website. So if you guys would like to see a look and review of the stuff I've got once I get it, just comment below or private message me and we'll do it. We're going to go back in with the concealer we used for everything, and it is in Fair Warm or Warm Fair, and it is a little bit light, but trust me, it works out in the end. Just stick to the end if you don't believe me. It works out. This is a full coverage concealer by e.l.f. for $5, so you can't beat that. Now we're going to cream contour with our Wet n Wild stick and Oaks on You. And if I have to do a voiceover from here on out, it's because my baby's awake. So, hit that nose. Taking my sponge and I'm blending up. Now I'm taking my JH08 brush and I'm going to start blending my nose contour. I normally use my Morphe powder in translucent, but I'm saving that for when I go back to work. So I'm going to use my Cody airspun with a damp sponge, and we're just going to set our face. I really want to set the nose. That way it kind of gives it more of the definition we're wanting to. I like a good snatched nose. I'm just going to flip it over to this really thin side, and we're just going to get the middle of her nose there. Smile lines, contour lines. Now I'm going to take a big powder brush from e.l.f. Pat. You can wipe off your bake, but it's best pat in your powder. That way it's not moving any of the liquids, the creams. Now I'm going to take my contour palette from Wet n Wild in Caramel Toffee with my Morphe M405 brush. That's my baby. I'm just going to chisel out our cheekbones. Now that I've hit my cheekbones and my forehead, I'm going to go in with a middle angled shading brush. And from Lexi it's 207, so I'm just going to take this and draw my nose contour on. I'm taking my It's Cosmetics concealer brush and I'm just blending out my nose contour. My airbrush powder brush from It Cosmetics, and I'm just going to blend out my contour. Now I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and Deep Bronze with the same brush that I used for my contour. I'm just going to warm my face up. I've just baked my face and my nose to cut and create more dimension. Using my Wanderlust Buxom blush and Dolly with my Lexi 514 blush brush. This blush is a little pigmented, but we love blush here, so we're just gonna do it. Now taking my L.A Girl shimmer spray, and now we're just gonna tap it in with our wet sponge. This really mixes the powders in together to make your face not feel dry and to make your face look dewy but last longer and stay in place. Now going in with our ColourPop Supershock highlight in Stole the Show. We're placing this with our finger on the areas we want highlighted. This formula is a different texture than powder, so that's why we're using our fingers. The best payoff is with your fingers. Now we're just going to blend it out with our fingers a little bit. Now I'm going to take my Physicians Formula highlight in Champaign, and it's the same kind of texture as the ColourPop one. I'm just taking a Morphe brush from the Hit the Lights collection, and I'm just going to pop this over that ColourPop one just to give it a little more of a gold look. We like being bright. I'm going to take this Royal and Landnickle brush and just blend our highlight in to make it still very poppin' but seamless. We don't want no harsh lines here. And I'm going to wear these lashes today. They are the Lunar Angel lashes in the style Kandi. They are beautiful. I just ordered more, so I'm super excited to get them in. And I'm using the Kiss lash adhesive. And while I let those get tacky, I'm going to use my lip liner in True Brown K by Kylie. And I overdraw my top lip. Star Velour Liquid Lipstick and Scandal. Now I'm going to use my Essence Lash Princess. I'm just going to blend these lashes in with my real ones. That's the finished look, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs up and, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you for watching.